All right, guys, just to give you an idea, and pardon if we have a little wind noise, this is a house that's kind of comparable to mine in some ways. And the city came in and they exercised eminent domain here in the neighborhood because this house had a large lot behind it that was basically empty like mine, with some trees growing in it. And what they decided to do was parcel off this piece of land here and create what we call urban infill in the area. This is so typical California, right? Caution, protected tree. You know, I feel like going over and giving it a big hug, tree hugging, Northern California style. I have no idea what kind of tree it is, but you can see now they're going to put up a multi-story apartment house here. So unbelievable that that's the way that goes. So I guess they're grading it out and doing all the other work. But this is the kind of thing that can happen if you have an undeveloped piece of land in a very expensive housing area where there's very little rental housing and there's a tremendous demand for it. And although some people think that the Rosie girl lives in a ghetto here, the reality is even a moderately priced neighborhood, you're still looking at homes when they're built of $400,000 to $500,000. So you can see what they're doing up here with the infill and all that stuff, and trenching for new sewer and electrical service. So I guess they'll have to cut back this tree some here, but you can see there's a lot of work being done in a very close-in little area over here. But just thought this would be a prime example to show you guys, because last month I talked about every time you seem to have a piece of open land in a city with super expensive housing and not enough apartments and not enough rental units to go around, then the city really gets an urge to develop that and put up apartment housing, apartments and all that. So yeah, it kind of sucks, you know. So I don't really know. This is like one of the last places in the hood that had this piece of land behind it. We'll walk down here further down the road. Yeah, so you know, it's just irresistible, and of course the developers can make a fortune on it. This used to be an open field here till about I guess about 14 years ago, and this all became infill apartment. Even this little dog run here, I heard maybe converted too. So this is the kind of pressures that we have in a very well, in an area of high housing prices. I mean, those of you who are in the Carolinas and the other places where property's relatively cheap, well, you're blessed. But a lot of people want to come here for the climate, and you know, rightly or wrongly, no snow and all that. So you can see what this all developed into now. Pretty big size apartment complex here. And these are nice units. These units here, these 2-bedroom jobs, they'll go for about $1,800 a month. And this is not it's not a bad neighborhood. It's what I call kind of a scruffy neighborhood, but it's a lot better than what it was when I moved here 4 years ago. Subarus are always usually pretty indicative of neighborhoods on the rise, and also Priuses. But yep, this used to be all a field back here, and when it's all converted. So I thought you guys might be interested in seeing that on the afternoon chooch today. Kind of different kind. I'm all tied up with the Georgie and Mandy here. But yeah, I mean, we're in a neighborhood with lots and lots and lots of kids. Yeah, there's a lot of people on government services and stuff, and you know, I guess if you don't have to always pay the freight, then it's easier to not have to consider about caring for kids. But I like kids. You know, what's the old saying? God never made a mouth he couldn't feed. Well, sometimes you wonder, but there it is, guys. This is what happens when you have a connected parcel to your property. You get developed, you know, and then all of a sudden you find yourself an apartment city around you, and it kind of sucks. All right, everybody. Well, happy Monday. Hope you're having a good one. I don't know what the football game is tonight, but it's a tough season here. The 49ers are getting their heads handed to them. My old Ravens are the best 0-3 team in football, but I was kind of cheering for Oakland anyway this year. So they're looking really good at like 2-1, so we shall see. Anyway, guys, the sewer pipe goes down, the development goes on, so stay tuned.